Okay, class, so today's lesson is converting measurements between systems. So this can get a little bit complicated, but we're going to keep it simple. So I'm going to show you the long way and then the shortcut, but what our expectations are. Okay, first of all, here we have conversion factors. The conversion factors show going from imperial system to metric system in different measurements. Now there's more that exist and they can be written slightly different. You'll notice that's not exactly an equal sign. It is a approximate sign, okay? So it is only approximate, otherwise we'd have to have more decimals and more decimals, but we don't really want to make it too complicated. When we're doing this online, there's going to be online conversion websites that we use that will give you more precise, okay? So for us, what we have to do is we have to find a conversion factor. We're going to take our conversion factor and we make it into a fraction. Okay, so for example, 1 inch and 2.54 centimeters can become 1 inch over 2.54 centimeters. Or you can have it flipped and have 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. Okay. What's the difference? Well, we use this one if we are trying to find inches. So if we want to find inches, we use our inches on top. If we use the bottom one, we will use that when we are trying to find centimeters. Okay, so this one here, we use it when we want to find centimeters. So that's kind of the generic way of what we do. And what we do is we multiply. Okay, we always multiply by the correct conversion factor. So we're always multiplying, and then we can go and get the correct unit we want. So for example, if we have 24 feet and we're trying to get into meters, what we're going to do then is we're going to take 24 feet times the conversion factor that has meters on top and feet on the bottom. So we look at the one with feet and meters, and so now we have to create it so that it is in the proper format. So the 1 foot must go on the bottom. The 1 goes on the bottom. And the meters, 0.305, must go on the top. It has to do that so that we end up with our answer in meters. Okay? What happens to the feet? Well, they cancel. And so what we're left with is our answer in meters. So technically the math on our calculator, we go 24 times the top number, 0.305, divided by the bottom number, which happens to be 1. Now, you know what you're thinking, maybe we don't actually need that divide by 1 part, but that is the proper math, and so that's what I have to tell you by law. So on my calculator then, I'm just going to go 24 times 0.305 equals, and I write down 7.32. Okay, there you go. And so that's the answer. 24 feet is 7.32 meters. Let's look at the next one. The next one's complicated because it's 5 feet and 8 inches. So you want to know the height in centimeters. Looking at our conversion factors, we can convert foot into meters, into centimeters, and inches into centimeters, and then we'd add them together. Or what they did here is they converted the 5 feet all the way into inches, then they added the inches together and just converted 68 inches into how many centimeters. Your choice on what you want to do. I'll show it the other opposite way. So I'm going to take 5 feet times my conversion factor, where feet is in the bottom, so they cancel out, and centimeters is in the top. So that's going to be 1 to 30.5. So 1 foot is 30.5 centimeters. Okay. Okay, so I multiply by this conversion factor, 5 times 30.5. That gives me 152.5 centimeters. Okay, so 152.5 centimeters. So then what I have to do is I have to go and take the 8 inches. Okay, so my 8 inches, I have to convert that. So 8 times, okay, so 8 times, now I gotta get my conversion factor, so I'm gonna look up top for that. It'll up, there we go. So my conversion factor for inches to centimeters is 2.54. So that's what we're gonna use, 2.54. So I'll go down here times 8 inches times 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. That's my conversion factor from the table. So then when I multiply it, I'm going to get 8 times 2.54, 20.32. And so I'll then add those two numbers together. So I'll then add plus 152.5. So I just add them together to get my grand total. And plus 152.5 equals 172.8. Okay, and then of course you can see they rounded that up to 173 centimeters. So they took the total inches, 68, and converted it. I am just converting each one separately, then adding it. Your choice on what you want to do. Now, doing these ones, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to type into Google. So I want you to use Google. Okay, because on a real job, in a real workplace, that's probably exactly what you're going to do. So what you need to type in is you will say convert. So if we were going to do the second question, you could type in convert 5 feet to centimeters and then press enter. Okay, and you will get the answer. Then you can go convert 8 inches to centimeters and then press enter and you will get the answer. And then what would you have to do is you would then have to manually go and add. Okay, and so you can get your answer. If I want to do the top one, which was the top example is 24 feet to meters, you would simply type in convert 24 feet to meters, and then you would press, you guessed it, enter, and you're going to get the answer. So for these suckers here, I want you to use Google. Okay. Whoops, that's 2 O's, Google. Or any web browser you want, that's fine. So you will start with the word convert. Okay, so convert blank to blank. And you can use abbreviations like centimeters, kilometers, meters. Use abbreviations and you will be fine. Okay, so assignment number 3 is now due. Here's some word problems. Again, you're just converting. So converting feet into meters, converting meters, those two dimensions, into feet. So you're going to get 2 answers. Okay, so you get something feet and something in feet. And same thing here. Now it's a little bit tricky for this second one. So this number 4. So 20 feet 6 long, his garage is that. You have a choice. You can go convert, right? You can convert into meters, or guess what? You can take this and convert into feet. So your choice on which one you want to do. Down here, again, convert that into miles. Here, okay, you're going to have to convert this into yards. And then you can times it by your price, which is right here. Good. This one we can convert into inches. And I'm going to leave you to solve the rest. And this one here, so it's your choice. Most likely the easiest one would be convert into centimeters for each one. Okay, so find out the centimeters and then add them up to see if it's more or less than 157. So that's a little bit different how you do that. All right, you can do your homework, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Email me if you have any questions. Feel free to stop by at lunch. Love seeing you guys. We just have to have masks on, which you have to in the hallways anyways. So let me know if there's any issues.